Hi everyone, my name is Brian Yule. I'm the Master Superintendent of Uplands Golf Club. Today I'd like to talk to you about localized dry spot and how it affects irrigation. I remember many years ago asking the former superintendent, what's the toughest part of your job? And he said, irrigation. And I thought to myself, well, how could that be the toughest part? If it's dry, you turn the water on. If it's wet, you turn the water down. 41 years later, I would definitely agree with him. Localized dry spot is a naturally occurring fungal coating that coats around sand particles. It's from plant exudates, fungal bodies, hyphae, as well as just any microbial activity. And this causes a buildup and it repels water. Very similar as when you wash your car and you put water on it, the water will bead and roll off the car. This waxy coating on the fungal particle will repel water. This is one of the reasons why we aerate to help break down this fungal coating or these water repelling particles to allow the water to physically penetrate. Here we have a sprinkler head right beside me, and we've got a hydrophobic area in front of me. And yet, if you look at two profiles, this area here, the soil will be very, very dry. 15 feet away, the soil's got good moisture coming through. So as I use my profiler here, you'll see how dry the soil is, and yet it's only 2 feet away from the sprinkler head. So how do we tell if it's repelling soils or hydrophobic? We can put water on it. And you can see the water is just sitting on there and not actually going into the profile. So this can create a challenge for superintendents to try and maintain healthy turf. And this is where the golfers get these wet spot, dry spots that can be very frustrating. This water droplet will sit on here for many hours, if not even days. So how do we deal with this repelling soil? I've got a profile in front of me here. I took this out 6 hours ago, and you can still see the water droplet on here. If you look at the soil profile under an electron microscope, the water just sits on the top and barely can penetrate into the surface because of this waxy coating. So we use a wide variety of different products, but in this little cup here, I have what is called a wetting agent, which is basically a soap and an alcohol base, very similar to safer soap for you gardeners out there that you put onto your plants to help fertilizers and things penetrate into your plants. This soap will help water penetrate in. So once we pour this wetting agent onto this water molecule here that's repelling, all of a sudden the water is able to penetrate through. So here we've got a repelling water there, and then I just put a little bit of wetting agent on this droplet here. And now in a short time, this water will actually penetrate into the soil and then re-wetting the soil. You can see that the water is slowly but surely penetrating into the soil, and now we're able to fix this hydrophobic spot. We'll pour a little bit more water in here. And now the soil is able to re-wet. So we use wetting agents about every 2 weeks in the summertime, and this will help these hydrophobic areas absorb water, and certain wetting agents that we can use can actually break down that waxy coating to help improve the moisture retention of the soils. Happy golfing, everyone.